Contributing correspondent from Axios, Barak Ravid. Welcome back to Wake Up America. Barak, what are the latest developments this morning?
Hi, good morning. On the ground, I think the situation is pretty much static. On the one hand, Hamas keeps on firing rockets at Israel, but mainly on towns and cities in southern Israel, with that he needs a shorter range of missiles. And Israeli officials are saying that the reason for this sort of decrease in rocket fire is that Hamas realizes that this conflict might last longer than it expected. And it's basically rationing its missiles, getting ready for another week or two of fighting. On the other hand, Israel continued its air campaign in Gaza, targeted mainly houses that belong to field commanders in Hamas, so not the highest level, but mid-level commanders. It attacked again Hamas's tunnel system. And on the diplomatic front, there were two main developments. First, the ceasefire talks that Egypt is trying to promote with Hamas and Israel. For now, they're not making any progress. The Egyptians are basically telling both sides that they're going to go for a very thin version of a ceasefire, quiet for quiet, nothing more than that. Hamas is trying to ask for all sorts of things that Israel will do in Jerusalem. Israel doesn't want to link Jerusalem to the conflict in Gaza. So for now, there's no progress. But in New York, there was a very interesting development when France tabled a draft Security Council resolution that calls for a ceasefire in Gaza. And what the French did is that basically they took all the statements by the Biden administration, copy-pasted to a piece of paper, and tabled this in order to make it very hard for the Biden administration to veto such a resolution, because by doing that, the U.S. would basically veto its own policy.
Also something developing, Barak, the Palestinian ambassador to the UN not holding back. Let's take a quick listen to that.
The interest of the Palestinian people is not to send gifts to Netanyahu. The interest of the Palestinian people is to isolate Netanyahu and his extremist fascist groups until they cannot bear this global pressure on them to stop this aggression, which will happen. But it would have been good had it happened a few days ago. We would have saved lives.
Many now wondering if this conflict is going to affect Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's political future. Barak, your thoughts?
Well, I think that, we had 4 election campaigns in the last 2.5 years. You can just imagine just think of what you guys went through in your last election campaign, how excruciating it was. So just think about having this 4 times in 2.5 years. And actually, for now, there's no new government in Israel because nobody can form a coalition. And it's very likely that we will go for a 5th election in 3 years. This is a crazy situation, and this political instability damages every part of the Israeli society. Israel doesn't have a budget for 3 years. Can you imagine a country without a budget? So this is just one angle. And I think that this operation doesn't have a direct influence on Netanyahu's standing. I think that it's more or less set, after so many election campaigns, the voters aren't moving from side to side at all anymore. It's basically in the 5th election, the winner will be whoever gets his people to vote. And we saw in the last 4 election campaigns that nobody wins. It's just a tie that is ongoing.
All right, Barak Ravid joining us from Tel Aviv. Thank you, as always, for joining us.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.